The other day I got my greasy fingies on a Spotify Premium membership. This means I've been listening to my favorite music a lot more than I used to. This includes Taylor Swift, Travis Scott, and most importantly, and the most exceptional in my opinion, is Jack Stauber. And the reasoning behind this is because you can't quite make out what genre he is. And that's why he's so perfect. This is Jack Stauber. Now, for those of you who don't know who Jack Stauber is, I'll just put a quick recap in. So, Jack Stauber is a 24-year-old singer, songwriter, musician, and animator who has been doing this for a long time, since 2013 now, when both his YouTube channel and his first album, Finite Form, were released. Now, he specializes, sort of, in the avant-pop field. Post-editing Sam put a definition of what that is right here. Now, basically, what avant-pop is it's a mixture and experiment of a lot of different genres in pop and music in general being mashed together. And what's so unique about Jack Stauber is that he uses all of these genres and none of them at the same time. Now, a lot of people in YouTube comment sections have described him as singing in cursive, which, even though it's a funny joke, in my opinion, is one of the best ways you can put what he does into words. Now, before we get into discussing why Jack Stauber, quote-unquote, singing in cursive is such a big deal, we need to first talk about how he manages to take the best of every genre and just generally be the best at everything. Now, what do I mean when I say that Jack Stauber is the best at everything within his craft? Well, I don't mean that he has the highest quality compared to his competition. In fact, he uses low quality to his advantage with his VHS home video style. What I mean is that everything he does is oozing with himself. His personality, charm, art style, music style, everything he has nailed down to a T, and it seems to reflect him and be consistent all the time. To see an ungodly combination of all three of his skills combined, look at Opal. Opal is a masterclass in storytelling and uses Jack's art style and claymation to its full advantage. He also manages to work in 3D modeling alongside a bunch of incredible, catchy, and somber tracks. The important thing here is his variety and his consistency. The amount of things he does with each project is insane, but it all reflects himself and his wacky ideas perfectly. A comparison that I like to make when I tell my friends about Jack Stauber is that he's sort of like the Dr. Seuss of the music world. Now, just like Jack Stauber, Dr. Seuss seemed to be on that fucking crazy shit all the time, 24/7.
Based.
He wrote about kids in the sky, he made political cartoons for a while, but you know a Dr. Seuss piece of work when you see it, and I think the exact same applies to Jack Stauber. A lot of his work is tonally different, just compare Shop, a pop opera, to Opal. But you know a piece of Jack Stauber work when you see one. The utilization of both his unique art style and his musical methods leads to any piece of Jack Stauber work being instantly identifiable, which is one of the most important parts in determining his unique qualities. Alright, so if you've been paying any attention at all, we've talked about why Jack Stauber is uniquely good. It's because he takes a lot of things, mixes it together, and it all reflects his imagination. But we still haven't talked about what him singing in cursive means and why it's so important in building up his musical foundation. If I wanted to break down Jack Stauber's singing patterns into technical terms, I would describe it as taking iambic pentameter and putting a bullet in its Shakespearean little booty cheeks, because Jack Stauber transcends all speech patterns known to humans prior. What, were you actually really expecting me to define what Jack Stauber's singing in cursive means? What is this, a video essay? Get the fuck out of here. I guess that the closest thing I can give to an actual technical description of what Jack does is that he exaggerates and emphasizes certain syllables and words in his lyrics, making them have a sort of swing feel to them. Now, really the only easy comparison I can make between Jack Stauber and any other artist is with Michael Jackson, but even then, he used more sort of a tribal war cry than emphasizing certain words. Only allegedly though, the lawyer said he never did such a thing, but I don't buy it. This uniqueness and unidentifiability is just another thing that makes Jack's music and whole listening experience so weird yet so wonderful. Now, this whole incoherent mess of a video was to drive home the point that for Jack Stauber, unique equals good. His broken yet awe-inspiring and amazing vocals mixed with genre-transcending instrumentals and an instantly recognizable art style culminate in a musical and visual experience that can only be described as uniquely great.